everybody, welcome back for Crazy Zen Mini Golf. Let's welcome our runners and commentators today.
So, hello, my name is Ulvind. You've probably seen me a couple times this weekend already with notably VSL Voice-Based Racing and Renzo Racer this morning. I'm not alone this time. I will be accompanied by Winnabeth. So, hello, Winnabeth.
Yes, that is me. I am the commentator. Yes, hello.
And also the world record holder of this game that is Crazy Zen Mini Golf. So it's a...
Yes, I figured out a lot of skips in this game. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, he figured out pretty much every single strat that we do in this game, because it tends to be extremely janky, and we tend to use the jankiness to our advantage. We are going to go and play all Zen Gardens, so the three Zen Gardens here, 1, 2, 3. We're going to talk about what seems to be after right at the end of the run. It's something that is very interesting, you're going to see. In any case, we're going to go to Zen Garden 1, and we will probably start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. All right. So, Winnabeth, can you talk a little bit about what Crazy Zen Mini Golf is, pretty much, and all the mechanics that we can do in this run?
Okay, so Crazy Zen Mini Golf is a pretty basic mini golf game until you get to the part where you can jump. Yes, you can jump in a mini golf game, and you can steer your ball. Both of these things are very important for specific skips in the game that can let you clear the holes very fast and even phase through walls sometimes. So, yeah, that's basically the main mechanics of the game. Other than that, though, it's pretty basic as a mini golf game. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's definitely... There's not much to do, but basically the jump mechanic helps us completely break the game as it is.
Yeah, so for a couple of the holes you can like jump over all the walls and stuff. There's a couple that your speed from your starting hit is so great that you can hit a wall and it'll pop you up because the geometry in this game is super broken. So yeah, that's another thing that we use a lot.
It's okay, good. This one was a little close for comfort. There we go. Okay, so here, you're supposed... They tell you to go, like, straight, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do this, and then we're going to steer the ball so it goes directly into the hole. There we go. Here, you're supposed to go all the way around, and, did we tell you that this game has pretty much no collision? Here's why.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's a couple holes, in, like, hole 2, course 2, which is my least favorite, but... where you can just phase through the walls on accident, and you can't maneuver. Kind of not useful for speedrunning, but you just go through the walls, and it kind of ends your run, which sucks. But it's pretty funny. So yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. It can sometimes be pretty funny to see your ball phase through a wall and being like, "What? What just happened?"
Yeah, it just you think you're gonna hit a wall and you just don't. It just doesn't make any sense.
Okay, we're going to.
Yeah.
We're going to hole 9. There's a very specific way to hit hole 9 because there's those bumpers that can shoot you pretty much anywhere. We're going to do this. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can restart it. That's no issue. Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, hole 9 is like you just do one hop to get over the beginning part, which is, you know, the worst part, and then you do 2 hops and you have to time it really correctly. This game is kind of like actually pretty tight on the controls because timing the jumps is super important because you don't get maximum height if you don't time it correctly.
Yeah.
But you can get some really big height if you do.
And you're going to notice as well that when I use my jump, the gauge at the bottom right of the screen actually starts to empty up, which means you have
you
have a limited amount of jumps that you can do, usually 3.
And both steering the ball and jumping is tied to that meter. So you have a limited amount of it and 3 jumps, and then like a little bit after you do 3 jumps to steer a ball, but it's not nearly enough to do anything crazy. So yeah.
Yeah, I lost quite a bit of time here because this skip is actually pretty tight.
Hole 2.
All right, hole 2. This one we're going to just take the path between. Okay, good.
Oh yeah, that one. That one is.
You can actually make it into the cannon on the very first shot, but it's very tight actually.
Oh, hole 2. Oh, I forgot to record it. There's a skip there.
Oh yeah, I tried a couple skips as well, but there's nothing really major there. So here you're supposed to go all the way around. We're not going to do that. I'm going to put myself against the wall. Then I'm going to put about this speed. 1, 2, and there we go. Oh, got that. I was probably a little bit too. I was not enough on the right, so I ended up falling in there, and you lose like a significant amount of time as well because of this.
Yeah, falling out of bounds makes you lose a lot of time. So basically, how the skip works is, you know that slanted wall next to the cannon on the right of the cannon. If you can hit that, and because it's a slanted wall in Crazy Zen Mini Golf, it'll pop you up and you can keep your momentum. So if you jump twice, you barely have enough to make it into the hole.
Yeah, that's Crazy Zen Mini Golf, all right, I'd say. All right, hole 4. This one I tend to be pretty cautious because you can fall pretty easily to the right of the stage because you're bumped by one of these diamonds at the beginning of the stage. And here we're going to try to have right amount of speed, and there we go. Alright, hole 5. This one is definitely pretty complicated. I tried a couple skips, but I didn't end up making something significant enough, at the very least. Okay, this one we're going to aim towards the second platform. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to fall behind. I have a specific setup for this that pretty much helps me. I think I have the right setup here. 1, 2, 3. It's not exactly how I wanted it, but I will take it. Oh, please don't fall. Please don't. Oh my god. So what happens is I'm going
pretty much good as long as you just don't like fall off in this game. You can salvage most places. You just kind of need to not fall off. That's pretty much the biggest thing in this game. But most of the skips require a crazy amount of precision, so if you mess them up, you do fall off. That's the challenge of this game's run.
There we go. So we finished hole 5. We're going to proceed to hole 6. This one is definitely interesting because I have a different setup, which is 1, 2, and aim directly here. Not exactly how I wanted it. That's fine. Because I want the ball to be in a very specific spot. Right nested in this corner right here. So I can hit this next shot. Ooh, okay, it works, okay, it's good. Okay, hole 6.
My least favorite hole on course 2 is hole 5. The one where you have like the 2 big jumps in the beginning.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard hole to master at the very least. Here, we're supposed to go all the way around. As you can see, it's a power 9. What we're going to do instead is 1, 2, 3. Oh, that was definitely not what I intended, but I'm on the other side. That's what matters.
That is what matters.
I'm on the
holes 1 and 2. They are visually cool, but I feel the best the best test of like the best thing that looks like insane is hole 3 because you just end up completely breaking everything about the game.
Yeah, it's there's definitely some pretty crazy stuff that you can do within this game at the very least.
Albatross.
Okay, hole 7. Hole 8 is going to be... Oh, yes, this one. Here, you're going to aim into the cannon. You're supposed to go all the way around, and if you're precise enough... You're right beside the hole. And I managed to get a hole-in-one on this quite a few times, at the very least. This one is the bane of my existence. Hole 9.
Hole 9, course 2. Yeah, hole 9, course 2. You can get a hole-in-one on it, but it's really hard, and it also sucks to play, so, yeah.
Should be good. Yeah, we're good.
This game is really fun to speedrun, and also it's on the lower end of the spectrum if you have a Switch for price range. So if you want to, you should absolutely run it.
Yeah, it's a game that is completely janky, but if you learn to master the jankiness, it becomes so fun to speedrun, actually. Okay, we're good. Yeah. So what we're going to do here, I have a precise setup, pretty much a safe setup for absolutely every hole. So, for example, Winnebeth actually has like very fast setups for certain holes. I usually take a safer setup, and I'm very consistent at them. So, okay, this one is.
I kind of grind runs in this game, so I do like each run that got me a world record. I did like 15 attempts before that, so I try to do it to where it's like super good. So I take all the risky setups.
Yeah, especially since your record is not... It's pretty far from mine, all things considered, because my PB is something like a 1340, and Winnebeth PB is 1245, or something like that. Oh my god, what happened?
Yeah,
okay.
That sounds right.
Interesting. It just bumped for some reason. Never did that to me. But here I'm going to take a pretty safe setup. Get nested in the right corner, then hit it. And there we go, we are right towards the hole. There we go. So here, you're supposed to take this long straight up, but instead we're just going to get pushed into the cannon by the bumper, which takes way less time, actually. Okay, here our objective will be to pretty much get nested against this wall right here. Okay, so instead... And boom! Getting down that slope, and right into the hole. Hole 4. This one is pretty complicated as well. There's a setup for it. 1, 2, 3... okay, we didn't get in the hole, but that's fine. We got near the hole, that's what matters.
Albatross.
Alright, let's continue. Hole 5. This one has a very specific setups. I usually take a very specific camera angle, then a very specific speed, and 1, 2, 3. Ah! I missed it.
Oh yeah, the camera angles in this game can get really bad, so I would recommend either zooming all the way out or all the way behind your ball. Because if you get stuck behind something, then your camera just, like, it dies. Your camera dies.
Nope. It's a very precise trick, so I prefer to reset if possible. There we
All
go.
in one.
Oh, and seems like someone wanted me to hydrate, so I'm going to do that in the meantime. There we go. So this one I'm going to zoom all the way out. I don't know why, it's just some superstition about this hole, because when I started running this game, I actually ended up pretty much rage quitting on this hole, because I always was going out of bounds. Like, I was put out of bounds by the camera. You can actually talk about it.
What?
Yeah, I was
actually. I don't think I've actually heard of that.
No, I was actually put out of bounds by the camera.
So the camera has a collision box. This game is just truly a treasure.
Albatross.
Okay, hole 6, we're going to hole 7. This one, you're supposed to go all the way around. We're not going to do that. There's this sector right at the tail end of the run that we just go through.
Yeah, and you can hop over that wall if you time it correctly. That, like, the biggest wall. So what I can do is I can hit it in, like, 3 shots. If I go 1, hop over, get, like, pretty far, and then I can do 2 to set it up, and then I can do 3, hop over, and get it in 1. This is one of the, like, this is, like, the breather hole, in my opinion. It's one of the easier ones.
Okay, so hole 8 is definitely interesting. It's a par 14, so you're like how are we supposed to do this? So
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Oh, never mind. I messed up the setup. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we're on the other side, right towards the hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you go actually slower, you can hop 3 times, and you can make it in a hole in 1. So...
Yeah, it especially there's a certain direction that you have to face. Okay, hole 9, which is the most interesting hole of the run. Sadly, it's the last hole of the run as well.
I agree.
So this one you have to
also
You
crazy.
have to hit a very specific angle. I usually have a visual cue. And I got it. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I usually have a visual cue to see exactly where I'm going. So time will be when I enter the hole. Time.
Albatross.
It seemed like a 16 flat, which is nice actually. It's
pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty good marathon run at the very least. So it's pretty far from the PB. It's pretty far from my PB or the world record, but it's definitely a good run to show up. So speaking about,
yeah, no, that's a good run.
We have I talked about the fact that there's Zen Garden 1, Zen Garden 2, Zen Garden 3. After this, you have this jobbled mess. I don't know what exactly. Don't tell what it does whenever we. Well, actually, tell what it does after.
I have a theory.
And Zen Garden 3. You're like, Zen Garden 3? Really?
But again.
But what happens when you click Zen Garden 3? It sends you, well, guess it, to Zen Garden 3. So, okay, yeah, interesting. Definitely interesting. So, let's return to main menu. And go into the call select. And let's try to see what happens when we click on this jobbled mess that is supposed to be the Zen Garden 4, probably. And let's see. And the game crashes.
Yeah, it Oh, it crashes? For me, it just loads infinitely.
Or at least loads infinitely. You're basically are stuck in this loading screen forever.
I feel bad for the person who's on world record pace and then like overshoots 1 too far and over to that.
Oh my god.
That would suck.
Okay, so in any case, thank you very much for inviting us for this for showcasing Crazy Zen Minigolf. It's definitely a very interesting game to speedrun. If you have a Switch, it's sometimes up for like $1 or $2 on the eShop.
Yeah.
So if you want to
Nintendo Gold points.
Yeah, if you want to test this chunky mess for yourself, and try to speedrun it as well, where you're pretty much welcome. You can contact either me or Winnabeth, and we can talk you through pretty much all steps, so you can have no issue speedrunning. Alright, so thank you very much, and maybe see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that wonderful run. All right, I think we're going to be heading to a short intermission, but we will be right back with our next run, which is Wanted Weapons of Fate by Kuno Dimitris. So stick around for that. We'll be back shortly.